Hi everyone, this is Lynn and welcome back to my channel. So in my previous video, I actually mentioned that I will be uploading a video on Friday, but I didn't manage to do it. So now today is Monday and I'm back with another video, a short one. I just wanted to give a short update on how I have been using my warrior spirit in real life and how it has served me and why it is important to me, I feel. So the warrior spirit is that we should never give up, that we play at 100%, and very honestly it really helps me get that boost of confidence to be not afraid of doing things. So using what I've learned from Enlightened Warrior Camp, I've actually realized that a lot of our fear, it's in our head. So now that I realize this, I came to apply it in the real life. So one of such incidents is that over the weekend I actually went to Halloween Horror Nights at USS. It's my first time to both events, to the USS and to Halloween Horror Nights. And Halloween Horror Nights is basically going into the scare houses, the horror house, haunted house, whatever you want to call it. And then it's very elaborate. They have a lot of the scare actors and they have very well done props, and they really recreate like the scenes of whatever theme that they want to portray. So the Halloween Horror Nights, there is five houses, so each of the houses probably about an hour or so waiting time before we go into the houses, which takes about like I think less than 2 minutes to just walk through the houses. And yeah, basically you pay to get scared, but I would say it's like a very upgraded version of the night walks that I have done in the past during other like school camps. So it was quite a good experience, I would say, for my first time. And how I actually used what I've learned, how I use the warrior spirit is I'm actually very afraid of the dark, afraid of horror, anything to do with horror, anything to do with haunted houses. I used to be so afraid that I just avoid going to watch horror movies or go into horror like haunted houses at events. So back then I was scared because I just didn't really like that kind of environment. I don't want to scare myself. But this year I decided that I should just give it a try. And especially after Enlightened Warrior Camp, I actually kind of prepared myself for it, that I know that the fear is only in my mind, and if I overcome that initial fear, I will be fine. So basically, do you remember this? So I actually wore this to the haunted houses, and it really kind of like anchored me and gave me that strength that I needed. I just reminded myself that I'm a warrior and that it wouldn't be that bad. So because I have no prior experiences to going into those like haunted houses, so my friends who have been there quite a few times, they were actually really pretty scared. So they said like the first and the last person who goes into the houses are usually the ones that is usually like the scariest, because like in front of you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know what to expect, and the last one usually people will like just jump out behind you to scare you. So I kind of like was still living in my warrior spirit, so I was like, okay, sure, I've never been there, I'll just go first, like why not, right? So for the very first house, actually I offered to go first, but I was so scared in the sense that I didn't know what to expect, and I just needed like someone for support. I just needed to hold something, so I was like holding my friend's shoulder, and then we went into the house, and then I was just like literally screaming at every turn because it was just like, oh my god. Then after that, I had another friend who also haven't been to haunted houses, but she was like very okay. She was like, there's nothing to be scared about. Like, she gave me that courage. So in the 2nd to 5th houses, even though they were really scary, but I tried to go first. Then I just followed the people in front, and then like I did get like the jump scare, but I didn't like scream because I already prepped myself that okay, it's actually nothing. And I think that is a really big feat for me because for someone who used to be so scared of like horror and haunted houses, I literally just went in and just like, oh okay, yeah, like there's nothing much to be scared of. I don't know, like I think it's a really like big feat for me to think and feel that way because I used to be so afraid, but now I'm like facing my fears straight on, and then not even being scared. Okay, I was being startled, but I wasn't like scared because I had that power within me, and I really like hold on to this. It was like hanging on my neck. Then I really like touched and held on to it whenever I go into a house. It really like gave me that strength. Then I went to it. Then I was like, hey, it wasn't so bad after all. I was still laughing at people in front of me. Like there were like 2 guys. They were like just holding on to each other and like screaming along the way. And I realized that when you don't feel fear, like when you have that courage to walk into the houses, the scare actors, they actually know because they like to target the people who are more scared, right? So in the first house, I was showing that I really was scared, that I had that weakness in me, and people are more prone to scaring you because basically they want to be scare actors because they want to scare people and they want reactions. So when I went in after that, I was like super calm. If I was afraid, I would just like cover my ears or like just to like go in. So whenever they jump scared very near me, I was okay. I didn't like really react. I was like okay, and I was like clapping and like at some of the props that were really well made. So that was quite interesting. So that was like my experience of using what I've learned at Enlightened Warrior in real life. And then the second incident is I've never been to USS. So after going through all the haunted houses, we went to take one of the rides. It was like one of the best rides that my friend said. It's that galactic themed one. It's called the Cyclone. So there was the human version and the Cyclone version. The Cyclone version was one that you just sit on it and your feet are like dangling down. Then the human one was like where you get a platform for your feet to pee on. So we queued for about an hour. Then I didn't know what to expect because I used to be very afraid of heights. I'm very afraid of like all these kind of like exciting roller coaster rides. Yeah, so this time around, after Warrior again, living in that warrior spirit, I was very excited. I faced all this kind of like rides and haunted houses with a lot of excitement. So I was like telling my friend, hey, I've never been on that ride before. It basically goes like upside down, I think 5 times. But I was like, I'm quite excited for it. Let's take the first row of the ride, which is supposedly the scariest also. But I wanted to try it because I have nothing to expect and I know I have that strength within me. So ended up I took the first row C, but even though I didn't have my necklace with me because it was like a loose item that I was scared it might fall off when I was taking that ride. So I calmed myself down, told myself that it's alright, that there's nothing to be afraid of, and I really like survived through the ride, which I think it wasn't too bad actually. I think after these 2 experiences at USS and the Halloween Horror Night, I felt like I have really brought that warrior spirit within me and to apply it in the real world. And it really, those 2 like things might be nothing for some people, but to me it was something that I had a lot of fear and a lot of like weakness towards, like horror, roller coaster rides and all those. But having like reminded that I'm a warrior and that I will face all these kind of fears, and I will act in spite of my mood. I will do everything at 100%. I think it really gave me that courage and strength. And knowing that I can do this already, even without this necklace with me around, I know that I will continue living a warrior, and I can foresee that I will be bringing this mentality into a lot of the things that I'll be doing going forward. Of course, not everything will go smoothly, but if I really want to do something, I act in spite of fear, and I know I will be able to do it, and I will do it. Yeah, so this is my takeaway or like lesson learned from applying the warrior spirit into my real life. I hope you guys who have already went through Enlightened Warrior would feel the same and would be able to bring whatever you have learned at the camp into real life. And yeah, I really hope to see and hear of the changes that you feel within yourself. So please let me know, and I hope you have felt inspired by my change. I have spoken to a few friends about it, and they do feel and see that change in me, so I'm quite excited for this and whatever bigger projects, events that I'll be taking on in the near future. So yeah, please do like, subscribe and comment in my video, and I will see you soon in my next video.